Ohio has been a hotbed for out-of-state real estate investors for at least 15 years or so. Tons of out-of-state money has flowed into this market, especially from the coasts, the California and the New York metro areas, because real estate prices are lower, rents are higher, cash flow is higher, and it's a good way to leverage your money a little bit better. So how do I quickly go over, let's say, like an entire, like a big swath of cities, and quickly identify a few shortlist items that I might want to go ahead and dive further into. There are thousands and thousands of pieces of real estate on the market at any given time. Here's just a quick and efficient way that I like to build a shortlist. Now, it definitely entails some further due diligence, but this is going to get you super close, and it works for me. It works for a lot of my clients. So, for example, we're covering like three of the main Ohio markets: Columbus into Dayton, and then south into Cincinnati. So I just did some cursory filters, 150 to 250,000, which is a very standard rental property price point. Four beds. I like 4-bedroom homes. We do 3-bedroom homes as well. 3 and 4 beds are super standard, very common. And then I like to do square footage ranges somewhere in the realm of, say, 1250 all the way up to about 2500. This one I went all the way up to 3000 square feet. So just go ahead, apply those filters, and then I only look at single family homes. I'm not looking at townhomes or condos. I don't want the high HOA fees. I like freestanding, fee simple real estate. So let's go ahead, see what kind of rent ratios we can find. I like to use the gold standard 1%. And then I also like to look for school ratings. I like to see that at least 2 of the schools grabbed by Zillow from greatschools.org. They syndicate great schools data, I believe. But I want to see at least 2 of those schools are rated a 5 or better. So let's say they had a 5.54. That would be like the lowest that we would look at. More than likely, you're going to see something like a 6.55 or a 7.53, something like that. But I want to see at least 2 of those schools from the Great School Rating are ranked over a 5. So this school rating right here is the highest. So we're probably not going to look at any 4s. We're probably not going to look at many 5s. But I scrolled through a handful of these and ended up here at 57.95. I believe they say EULA. And just to give you like an idea about what we're looking for, obviously you can see this thing needs some cosmetic reno. We don't know the structural integrity of the unit. We would have to get an actual inspection done for that. But just being around, you kind of know it's going to need new paint. There's going to be some floors that are going to have to be redone. Maybe a deck. It looks a little bit wonky over there. But carpets, those types of things. So blinds, your cosmetic renovations, enough to go ahead and negotiate a price discount off of that $199 ask. But just look at this. So neighborhood, this is all, I believe, like I said, syndicated from the Great Schools Rating. So they got a 5, a 6, and a 6. That's awesome. That's above mid-grade, right? And that's what a lot of the out-of-state investors are looking for. They want decent rated schools. They know that they're not going to be in areas where they're all 8s and 9s. So a 5, 2 6s, that's awesome. And then you can kind of see, obviously the Zestimate, like I always say, is not perfect, but it gets you pretty close, especially when you're using standard filters like a 4-bedroom home and it's an average square footage. It's not these large tail end properties, like say a 6-bedroom house with 5,000 square feet. It's really hard for Zillow's data and their algorithm to comp that. This one is going to be pretty easy to comp as long as there's data in the marketplace, which it's a major metro, there's going to be data. So I would like somebody who is in Cincinnati or a realtor in Cincinnati to just go ahead and spot check this. Is this something that you could lease out for $1,900 to $2,000 a month? Once it's, of course, you put $20,000 into it and do your updates. So that's just a quick and dirty way to go ahead and build out your shortlist, reach out to some agents in the area, and see if you can lease this thing out for about $2,000 a month. And a couple of conversations with some contractors will let you know what it's going to take to bring it up to snuff. And that's a great way to start building your shortlist and really curating some deal flow super efficiently.